Hey everybody, homework practice problems for Monday, September 8th. We're doing page 21, numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4, page 22, number 10. So we'll start off with number 1 here. And remember, we're scaling forward to come up with equivalent ratios, so we're increasing the numbers. A couple ways we could do this. We talked about them in class today. We'll go over them again today. All right, so now, Jaden's snow cone machine makes 3 snow cones from half a pound of ice, or 5/10 of a pound of ice. How many snow cones can be made with 5 pounds of ice? All right, so again, you want to start, we're going to use the table method. You want to start with the table, and we're going to go in the order in which they give us the items. So, snow cone machine makes 3 snow cones, and with half a pound of ice. So we have snow cones and ice. We know it's 3 snow cones for every 1/2 pound. Okay, how many snow cones can be made with 5 pounds of ice? So a couple ways we could scale forward here. We want to change the ice column from 5/10 to 5. So think about the relationship that 5/10 could have with the number 5. Very similar, right? Same digit, we just have a decimal point. So, a couple ways you could do this. Some of you are going to realize that you can multiply 5/10 by 10, and that's going to give you 5. Because when you multiply a decimal by 10, or any power of 10, you're going to move the decimal point to the right. When you multiply by 10, the decimal point moves 1 place to the right. So 5/10 becomes 5. Now, if we multiply by 10 for the 5/10, we also have to multiply by 10 for the number 3. So that means it's going to be 30 snow cones with 5 pounds of ice. All right, now another way that we could do this, and we'll have talked about this in class today, you could always make the 5/10 a friendlier number. So an example, if you know that 1/2 could be changed to 1 by just doubling it, we could double 1/2 to 1 and by multiplying it by 2 or doubling it, and we could do the same thing with the 3, okay, by doubling that to 6. And then we can convert the 1 to 5 by multiplying by 5, and the 6 again becomes 30, okay? So remember, scaling forward, find a friendly number or try to look for a relationship between 1 or 2 numbers that can help you get there. So number 2, I'm not going to do that one for you, kind of set it up for you. You know, you've got Nyoko is having a pizza party. 2 large pizzas serve 9 people. So we've got pizzas and we have people. And we know that it's 2 pizzas serve 9 people. So in order to serve 36 guests, right, we want to be able to, get a 36 in this column. How are we going to do that? And then what would we have to do to the pizza's number in order to get to that 36? Okay. Number 3, the world record for the most number of speed skips in 60 seconds is 332 skips. If the record holder skipped at a constant ratio of seconds to skips, how many skips could she make in 15 seconds? Okay, so now this is rounding. This is moving backwards, right? So we're going to make our table, and it's going to be, if 60 seconds is 332 skips. So we'll do seconds, and we'll do skips. And 60 seconds gives us 332. Now, it says here, if the record holder skipped at a constant rate of seconds to skips, how many skips did she make in 15 seconds? So we want to get that 60 to become 15, okay? And you could go directly from 60 to 15. There is a way to do that with division. Some of you may struggle with that a little bit, so you might want to have an in-between number to go to. And with these tables, and I'm going to talk about this a lot, you can cut things in half if you're trying to go down, or you can double things if you're trying to go up, like for numbers 1 and 2. So if you can't think of how to go from 60 to 15, cut the 60 in half. Cut it in half, and it would become 30, okay? And then if you're cutting it in half, that means you would also have to cut 332 in half. So you're dividing by 2, okay? And then 30 gets cut, gets cut in half again to 15. So whatever you would get here, you gotta cut it in half again, all right? And then the recipe for homemade clay calls for 6 cups of water for every 12 cups of flour. How many cups of water are needed when 4 cups of flour are used? So again, it's going to be cups of water and flour. Set that table up, water and flour. All right, water and flour, put the numbers in. And again, you're going to be trying to scale down, you're going to be dividing. So if you can cut things in half or in one step divide, all right? Use your knowledge of division to help you. Okay, and then the next one, just going to kind of talk about that one quickly. Number 10, you're generating a ratio table with at least 2 ratios equivalent to $10 for 15 tickets. So that means you're making a table, you're going to have dollars and tickets, and they start off with $10 for every 15 tickets. You just have to come up with 2 equivalent ratios to 10 to 15, okay? So we will talk about a little bit with equivalent ratios, equivalent fractions, and cross multiplying and things like that when it's appropriate. Sometimes it's appropriate, sometimes not necessarily appropriate, but we'll also talk about that in the coming days, okay? All right, good luck tonight, and I'll see you tomorrow.